Chapter 13. The SS Theseus.
Ah! What is it? What's wrong? I've been turned into a monster! You're such an idiot. What the heck is your problem? I'm just trying to have a little fun. Exactly. You never take anything seriously. Well, maybe you should lighten up. What's that supposed to mean? You've been nothing but a stick in the mud since we got here. Well, maybe we should just go our own way. Fine. Sophie?
Why are you so down?
I just broke up with my, friend.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I haven't been myself lately. I guess ever since I stopped believing in God, it seems like life doesn't have a purpose.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not?
You're not some Frankenstein monster made in God's laboratory with a purpose assigned to you. Think of how offensive it would be to walk up to people and say something like, "What are you for?"
I don't know.
You don't look down on a tree for being just a tree and not say a windbreak. And you don't look down on a dog for being just a dog and not say a sheepdog, do you?
No.
Then what's so bad about being just a person? Isn't that better than the other view, which paints us more like a gadget, a domestic animal, or maybe even a slave?
I guess it would just be nice to believe we were part of some grand plan.
Depends on the plan, don't you think?
What do you mean?
What if you found out that your role was to provide CO2 to the plants, or to do the equivalent of fixing a mildly annoying leaky faucet? Would that be good enough?
I guess not.
What if your whole purpose was to provide a negative lesson to another species? Don't be like them. Or to be food for some intergalactic travelers who were actually important? Would that be any better?
No.
So which purposes are meaningful?
I guess only the ones that accomplish good things.
And you can do good things without some grand plan, can't you?
I guess you're right.
Remember, what you want is a meaningful life, not necessarily a purposeful one. Feeling better?
Not really.
You know what your problem is?
What?
You've been taught to view this life as a necessary evil, as a way to get to the actually meaningful existence, so then when the paradise part drops out, things look pretty grim.
So what should I do now?
Quit measuring everything against a standard it can't live up to. You don't call a person short because he's smaller than a tree, or dumb because he's not a genius.
So?
So don't call a life meaningless if it's not infinitely meaningful.
I get it.
It's up to you to make your life meaningful. Good luck.
It's this one. Nah, it's that one. It's both.
How could it be both?
What's going on?
The Ship of Theseus was a great ship, but eventually we had to replace a few parts here and there. But at that point, it's still the same ship, isn't it?
Of course.
Well, as time went by, more and more parts needed replacing, so we replaced them one by one. Still the same ship, right?
Right?
The only thing is, we did that so many times that now she has none of her original parts. Is she still the same ship?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, here's the kicker. Some of these guys didn't think so they took all those old parts and put them back together into that ship over there. They insist that that one is the Ship of Theseus.
Well, that seems right too.
Okay then. Look, I'm just looking to go somewhere other than here. Are any of these ships leaving anytime soon? Sure, hop aboard. But then you get to thinking about the identity of people as well. Their parts change over time, so what is it that makes them who they are? And does that mean that at some point we really aren't the same people we once were? Interesting. I mean, memories fade, personalities change, so where's the I? Or think about it this way. If we could just make a perfect copy of you, would that be a copy of you, or would that just be you? Don't get me wrong, I'm a geek, and I love stuff like this just for the sake of it. But I have to ask, is there any practical application to these kinds of questions? Oh, very much so. It changes the way we think about things like euthanasia or abortion. Or think about the legal system. Maybe after a certain amount of time has passed, it doesn't make any sense to hold someone accountable for a past crime. It also has implications for the afterlife. How so? Well, the way I figure it, reincarnation doesn't make any sense. If the new you doesn't have anything in common with the old you, then it really isn't you, is it? I see your point. Same goes for some notion of heaven. It doesn't really make sense to think of yourself separate from your body. So is it really you that could go to heaven, or just some sort of copy of you? It's also got me wondering if the idea of eternal love makes any sense. I mean, the you of a certain moment might love someone else's state at a certain moment, but if you both change drastically, why is there any reason to think that the love would remain? After all, if the love has nothing to do with who they are, which can change, then what does it have to do with? What do you think, Socrates? What is the I? Do we agree that the user of a tool is not the tool? What do you mean? For example, I can use this hammer, but I'm not the hammer. Of course. I can also use my hand, but I'm not my hand, correct? Okay. And don't I sometimes use my whole body? Sure. Then by our logic, I am not my body. What should we call the user of the body? The soul. Wow, there you have it. It's clever, but it doesn't seem right to me. Why not? Just because we talk like we have a self, and that it's not the body, doesn't mean that's right. You think? Sure. After all, don't people sometimes put their whole soul into something? I suppose we do say that. Well, then by Socrates' reasoning, we're not a soul. I guess we're back where we started then. It would seem so. Hey man, finishing up the chapter? Yeah, I liked this one a lot. What do you think? I really like the idea that meaning and purpose are two different things. Right. And purpose isn't necessarily a good thing because it's chosen by someone else. Like my dad wanting me to do sports and my mom wanting me to be a doctor? Exactly. What do you want to do? I guess I'm still trying to figure that out. What did you guys think about the Ship of Theseus? I could relate to it too. I mean, I think my parents see me as who I used to be, and who they want me to be, not as who I am, you know? Oh yeah, I definitely know what you mean. But does that mean there is no permanent self? It's the soul. It has to be. Agreed. I think so too, but let's play devil's advocate, okay? Okay. Well, even though pretty much every culture believes in a soul, you can't really prove it exists. Yeah, I guess, how would you know? I don't know. And if we had to figure out which things have souls and which didn't, would we have a reliable method? I always thought that all living things have souls. Even bacteria? Huh. I was taught that only people have souls. Why? Well, now I don't know. Because of how we think and feel? Someone could argue that we're not too unique from other animals in those ways, or that those are brain functions, not soul functions. After all, brain damage would drastically alter how we think and feel. Does that mean that brain damage also causes soul damage? No, that doesn't seem right. Also, if artificial intelligence becomes advanced enough that robots become indistinguishable from humans, would we say that they have souls? I've got one. Why do we think we only have one soul? I mean, sometimes I have conflicting thoughts and feelings. Maybe that's conflicting souls? Nicely done. I don't know how to answer that one either. Well, it's been fun chatting with you guys, but I've got to catch up on some reading. And I've got to get to work. See you in class.
Okay, a bit of a heartbreaker here as Phil and Sophie go their separate ways, but the good news is the book is not over yet, so hopefully they will find their way back to each other. Phil gets a little lesson in the question of meaningfulness, which I think can be a fascinating one to explore philosophically, so by all means, have at it. But just also a word of caution that meaningfulness may be one of those topics that overthinking it can lead to problems. So when we create a concept like meaningfulness and we decide that some things are more meaningful than other things, we're sort of creating meaninglessness as well, right? Rather than just having every experience and appreciating it all as being infinitely meaningful, we're being like, wow, is this meaningful, or would it be more meaningful if I did that? And since this is the most meaningful thing, that other thing doesn't matter so much, and maybe everything matters, and maybe everything matters infinitely, in which case maybe the question itself is just kind of weird or unhelpful. Again, maybe. This is your journey, and I invite you to do with it what you will. Sophie starts exploring the concept of identity and how incredibly fluid it can be. And, I mentioned early on that I don't feel like I'm the same person that is featured in this book. Not just in some sort of, metaphorical sense, but in a very literal sense. He's somebody else. When I go into a philosophy classroom, sure, I still collect his paychecks, but I'm not the guy who was hired to teach that class. So it's just fascinating stuff to think about. And, again, if you are able to step out of these limiting boxes, if you quit saying, well, I'm this kind of person, so I do this kind of thing, this is my personality, so it'll always be my personality, these things really aren't fixed. And if you embrace the fluidity, if you allow yourself to be a different person tomorrow than you are today, you may find that you can change really dramatically in ways that it's hard to say, well, what is the core? What is the unchanging thing, if there even is such a thing? And don't let that be scary, because that can actually be entirely, liberating and just give you a chance at so many new experiences. So I invite you to bring all the new experiences that you can into your world. Don't tell yourself that they're not for you, because that's not who you are. Once you have them, then it is who you are. So we construct identity more so than we necessarily find it or discover it. So happy identity building, or letting go of the concept altogether. Thanks as always for joining me, and let's see what happens next.